Yo, what's up, everybody? You're back on the reel with coffee and cream today.
Yes,
Curdy and Bruce.
Solid. How you doing today?
Oh, you already know, everybody. How's I hope everything's going well out there. Just like every other episode, man, I want to thank everybody out there who's been watching, man. Which it seems like it's really going well, man. Like we got this little TikTok started. My daughter's been killing that, posting some things, getting a lot of views there. Really appreciate it, man. Guys, keep liking it. Keep enjoying it. I mean, we're going to keep coming to you as real as possible. I know last night we had a great night, man.
Yeah, absolutely. That was fun.
His daughter is graduated. Pookie Pook. She graduated. Yes, absolutely, baby. Congratulations. She's going to be going off to Penn State. So, I mean, it's a great thing, man, for him and her mother. Great party last night. The atmosphere was cool, man. I had a hell of a time.
Every time,
it was
man.
It was a blast, bro. It was a
two.
2 for 2. We still got I don't know what 4 or 5 more to go. Do got another one next year.
Man, absolutely.
Hey, but it was a great time, man. So
getting them out the door.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, so guys, we told you last week. The number 86,400 is what we're going to start with today, and we're still going to do that. We're also going to talk a little bit about some controversy that's come up. A lot of stuff going on. There's a country singer, Jason Aldean. We're going to get into that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think neither of us really rock a lot of country, but hey, I dig it. There's definitely some songs I listen to, absolutely. And there I go with that word again.
Man.
Absolutely. I'm not saying no more. It's out of my system now. All right?
Yeah, it's all right.
For real.
Yeah, but that's crazy.
Yeah, so we got a couple topics we're gonna talk to y'all about. This one, man, let's see where we go. But we're gonna start it off with this. Some of you might have heard this. Some people have heard this out there, Birdie. Other people don't have a clue. You really didn't know nothing about it.
No.
But
no.
Been reading a lot of things lately, and something came up, and I saw, and I started to see a couple different times. When I see that, I'm like, yo, this is something that's got to be talked about, man. And it's the number 86,400, and what that represents, as I told you a couple weeks ago, is the seconds of every day.
Right.
That you have.
There's
86,400 seconds in a day.
Yeah, I did.
86,400 seconds in one day. So it got me to thinking, man. 86,400 of anything, it don't matter what it is. It's a lot.
Yeah, that sounds.
It's
like
a lot, dog.
Like
86,400.
It sounds like a lot.
Yeah,
it really does. But the question is, what are you doing in your 86,000?
Because
decisions, love. What makes you guilt? How many seconds of guilt? How much? You know what I mean? How much love you vibrating off in that time? There's a lot that can go. A lot of things could go east. A lot of things could go west in that time. That's a lot. When you say that
number, 86,400. It doesn't matter if it's time, if it's money. I mean, if somebody give me $86,400,
man,
I'm gonna be pretty geeked.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be pumped. I mean, that's a blessing, man. That's something. So those 86,400 seconds. I mean, once again, you said time,
right?
You said time, right? So I got a question. Not only for you, but for everybody out there. 86,400 seconds you get in one day. Okay? If somebody gave you $86,400 in cash, in a brown envelope, say here, you take this, right? If somebody took $5 of that, are you going to be angry? Really? Are you going to be angry?
No.
I mean, if you are, because there's going to be some people that are going to be angry as hell.
Yeah, because they're going to feel like this. Only people that's going to be angry, they're not going to be angry about the $5. They're going to be angry because somebody had the audacity to take their $5.
Right.
That's it.
So there are, and I'm glad you said that, because there are some people that are going to, over that $5,
yes,
they're gonna hold a grudge.
Yes.
They're gonna hate that. It's gonna be the end of. So, and they're gonna use who knows how much of that 86,400 seconds you get a day. Okay, these people who get angry about that, they lose that $5, right? Then they're gonna get mad, and they're gonna waste another 120 seconds
to pay it back.
To deal with what happened to them, right? Like in their mind, they're gonna waste another 2 minutes of their day being upset and being petty about that $5 that was taken.
You're funny because, and you know, there's no rehearsal for this shit. This is why you're funny right here. There's this movie, and I love it. If you never saw it before, it's called A Bronx Tale.
Oh, come on, man!
Right.
Come on, you ever see a Bronx Tale?
Right. But Kalojo. You don't remember?
Kalojo. I remember Kalojo. C. Yo, just call me C.
Right. Just call him C. There was a scene in there where he goes, he's chasing this guy around. And he was like, man, he owe me $20. He owe me $20. Mm-hmm. And the man in the neighborhood's like, man, what are you doing? What are you chasing him for? It's $20. You don't never have to deal with this guy again for $20.
Right.
You understand? And that's exactly where I think that's where you're going with this point, right?
It is, because that $20, you're going to chase this man. You basically get that man $20 to stay away from him.
Exactly.
He ain't never going to come to your face
there
again.
You go again. Now, here go the thing. See, we were talking about time.
Right.
So, on the flip side of that, that's another thing that we do, right? Because we will take a little 5 seconds
that somebody took away from us with their evilness, with their bitterness, with their stupid word calling you to, but you a beep.
Yeah, you understand? And no matter what you fill in with them beeps,
right?
You let that get you to spending time and money. Because if this guy decides to say, hey, I was getting harassed, no matter if you win or lose,
right?
Your time, that 86,400
seconds in a day.
Here, now I got to go to the courthouse. Now I got to go to this. Now I got to go to that. And then you're tapping into your $86,400.
Come on, bro.
And that's what it is. Like,
yes.
You know, we played football. You know, giving you take. And that's what life is. You're giving, you take. But what are you giving and what are you taking?
Right.
You understand? Like, am I going to give you my 5 seconds?
Right.
For me to take time out of my life, take money out of my life. And I'm sorry, that's what they made society.
Right.
You understand? That's all it is. And to me, that's all it's about. Money or time, money and time. You're either wasting your time or you're wasting your money. Either way, you're not doing it's not both happening at the same time. You understand? Like, and them are the people that are on top are the ones that balance that well, because that's what it is. Like, come on, man. We said it on the last podcast how one word went from being defensive to offensive. And it's the same thing, and that's what we waste our time on. I don't care what you say. You're never supposed to stop, right? Like, and sometimes the hardest thing is to get started. You understand? Like, look at me. For people that don't know, man, I spent a lot of time in college and ended up with no degree. Because I went to college as a football player. You understand?
Not as a student.
There you go.
Right.
So in my 86,400 seconds in that day, what was I doing? I was acting like I already was in the NFL. You understand? So, and that's what it's about. All you young athletes, you're in a pool, and there's all sharks in there. And everyone wants to be the best shark.
Everybody wants to be the biggest, baddest shark.
The competition never stops. Do you understand? Like, it don't, and that's
it. It doesn't matter what aspect of life,
right?
Saying, right?
Exactly. Yes. I don't care what you're doing.
Right.
The goal is to be the best, and even still, and
everybody doesn't. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I want to know what you got.
Everyone doesn't. They don't have that same mindset. That's not a thing for everybody. I'm realizing that more and more. Right.
Right.
That is not a thing for everybody to be the best.
Right. Yeah.
But I know that if I'm shoveling shit.
Man, I'm going hard.
If I'm doing this, we doing this podcast. We ain't the best right now, but our end game is to be the best goddamn podcasting team in this on this whole world.
I didn't come in here to say I'm gonna be second.
Oh, I'm not at all. But that's a mentality that not everyone shares, though. That is what I have learned. But I will say, just to go back on this whole, the 86,400. To me, it's about time. Don't waste time on the petty shit. You said another thing. Those that are at the top, those that are doing well, both, not in. Let me rephrase that. Not both, but people who are doing well, like spiritually,
yes,
mentally,
yes,
and physically,
yes,
and financially. When you start adding in all those things, that people they do. We know somebody personally. Right. We actually know several people personally that do that very well. Okay, I'm sure some of them would say they have some regrets and some of this, but it's okay if you're learning. But the big thing is 86,400 seconds in a day. No matter what you talk about, if you eat 86,400 hot dogs, that's a lot of hot dogs. Yeah. If you get 86,000, that is a lot no matter how you look at it. That's a lot of anything. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of thoughts. That's a lot of food. It does not matter. That's a lot of anything. So you have that many seconds. The whole point is do not waste one of them. Try to be the best version of yourself. And you have so much of them to do. Bad shit's going to happen. We know this. Bad things are going to come our way. Things are going to happen. Things are going to throw us off tilt. This shit goes on. You better start to be able to do this. What Jay-Z said, he said, wipe that shit off your shoulder, right?
Well, and here goes another thing. And this is the challenge to everyone that's in professional fields. And once again, I came up in a time where people did things out of love. When they were in kindergarten and they go up to you and they say, "Hey man, what you want to be when you grow up?" And a kid would be, "I want to be a doctor. I want to be a teacher. I want to be a police officer. I want to be this. I want to be that." When they were at that age and they wanted to be these things, they wanted to be it for all the good things that came with it, right? You understand? Like, I'm going to be a police officer. I'm going to feel like a hero. I'm going to do this. And then they go out into this world and how everyone spends their 86,400 is not the same. So now that deters you from the whole dream that you had. Now your dream turned into a nightmare because of what other people made you feel throughout the day. Because I don't care who you say, there's no innocent child that wants to be a police officer and turn into a dirty cop. You understand what I'm saying? There's no innocent child that wants to be a doctor and put some bullshit in somebody. You understand? Like, when you did it out of love. Teachers, like, that's a big thing. Like, people don't understand. Like, these kids are spending more time with the teacher than they are with the parent.
We talked about that last episode.
You understand? Right. Like, come on, man. Like, so you have to come with some love. Do this shit for love. Right. These days, you can't even get teachers to state, where's detention at? Where the hell is detention?
They still have it, but it's different.
Where is it?
I don't. Yeah, they don't.
Like, for real, like there's some fear that we got to put back in the game that has totally been taken away. Like, we gave the power to the children. The children really have the power, and this is.
You said had or have?
They have right now.
The children have the power.
Damn, Skippy. If you hit your child right now, and that child decides to go to the courthouse and say that you hit him, you're going to jail.
I disagree.
What? You don't know about the football player that hit his kid with a switch? You ever been hit with a switch?
More times than I can count.
He hit his son with a switch and went to jail.
Okay. And I get what you're saying. I just disagree in the fact you say the children have the power.
They do.
And why I'm going to say that is because children are naive. Children are the most resilient human beings on this planet. Children can bounce back from just about everything.
They have the opportunity to.
They have the ability to, right? Yeah. Their resiliency is amazing. And when I say children, I'm speaking of young children. But the reason I disagree with you on, you say the children have the power. The children don't. What has the power are these groups of people out here, and I'm not going to act like I know who they are. The groups of people out here that perceive everything that is done in society, period, not just today's society, Whether it's spanking your kids, whether it's a music video, whether it's I can't even think of any other examples right now, but there is groups of people throughout society, throughout society, they're the ones who have pushed like you can't whoop a kid, maybe because they had their ass whooped when they were younger, a lot. We had our asses whooped a lot, and I don't agree with beating the shit out of your kid. I don't agree, but listen, if my kid's in school, my kid should be that. You should have the ability, but it's the groups that have taken control. It's not the kids that have the power. The kids don't have the power. The groups are advocating.
I hear
for
you
this.
there. In the justice system, the kids have the power, bro. I don't care what you say. If they can go, if I could whoop my child, and that child has the right to go get me prosecuted, how the hell don't he has the power?
Okay.
He has the power, bro. Do you understand how crazy that is? And then you wonder why these kids act the way they do.
And that's the cool thing about the fact that we can both see an issue. And this is just two dudes that have a lot in common.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we perceive that issue differently. Because perception's a some bitch, ain't it?
Oh, you know it is.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, this has been built over time, and now children, they do. I don't say they have the power, because I tell you what, if my kids got out of line and I went and whooped their asses, my kids ain't gonna say, I'm calling the police. So it's different. I say that is the difference. The children don't have the power. The children have the power if you let them.
Yeah.
Because I'll be goddamned. Back in the day, you already know.
Right.
If I'd have said to my dad, I'm calling the police, he would have whooped my ass, and he would have.
That's what I'm telling you. Like, that's the air that is gone.
Okay.
Our parents said call them. These parents today are not saying call them.
No.
They're letting them get away with crazy shit.
So that is not on the kids. The kids don't have the power is what I'm saying. That does not. The parents of these kids are they're just giving up.
Yeah, you almost said
they're giving up. They're letting society dictate how to raise their children.
Yeah.
You was gonna say I almost said it. What was I almost say?
Yeah, what you just that they gave up, that they were given. Yes,
they gave up that
and that's
power.
exactly how I feel. Like, and you're saying the same thing,
but
just
I don't
a
say
different way.
It's not but it's not in the kids' hands. The power is not in the kids' hands. I don't believe so.
I do, because they have the power to. When you got power to prosecute, when you have the power to prosecute somebody, the power's in your hands, man.
You ever been prosecuted?
Man, just shut the hell up.
I know I have. Once or twice.
You know damn well I've been out there. The hell's wrong with you? Damn right I have.
But no, for real, man. I mean, I dig what you're saying. I think, but that's the crazy thing
about
perception.
And you see how we could disagree. He still feels the same way. And I still feel the same way.
And I ain't gonna start calling you ninjas all night. You dumb ninja.
Right. You know I ain't gonna call you CAC.
Crack ass.
Yeah, I ain't gonna call you CAC either.
You dumb ass hunky. What you thinking? Listen, and that's a blessing that we have. And we already know that don't fly with everybody.
Right.
This don't fly with everybody.
Not at all.
There's people that don't. Their perception. I'm gonna say your perception's skewed. You better get your shit squared away. But I know this works. Why? Because I know that you do it in your daily life with people.
Just like you said,
who are different than you.
Perceptions of Mickey Ficky. You just said it. You said you damn right. Like you, no matter where you're at, look at what you do.
Right. Exactly.
You understand? Like,
yeah.
Until you let somebody speak, come on, stop perceiving. And I'm guilty. I do shit too. You know, I'm not. Right. I don't escape from this.
Right. No, none of us do.
Yeah,
we're all human.
Right. Yeah. And I need to. And I know I need to stop.
Continue to work on it. That's stop, because you're still going to do it. That is a fight or flight thing, though.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, you're not going to walk into an area and if you see some shit, you walking in.
Yeah.
Go down to Taylorsville, Mississippi. Taylorsville, Mississippi. You go down to Taylorsville, Mississippi.
Yeah.
I bet you You gonna be prejudge.
That's wild.
You gonna prejudge.
Hey,
listen. If I walk my white ass, my cracker ass into Oakland, California, or somebody that's predominantly black, and I don't know shit, I go to Wilkinsburg, Pennsylvania. It's the third most dangerous. I'm driving in there every day. I get people in there in my car that's melanated all day long. I get them in there and we talk. We have discussions. Sometimes we disagree on shit. At the end of the day, they got the car and say, "Have a great day."
Right.
But I know they're like, "Yo, this cat's different."
That's what I say all the time. I feel like we got.
But I'm a prejudge. I still prejudge.
We got to quit giving up on humanity, and that's why we can't get this. That's why we can't get this race thing. That's one reason why we can't get this race thing situated because of perception.
Right.
And that's it. Like, it's hard sometimes, and I know, like, because people, you're brought up that way. Right, somebody has taught me to be like this my whole life. They beat it in me. And sometimes people get in a situation where they're not around people to see, like, it's not like that.
You said something one time to me before. You said sometimes it's about who people are, because we know. I mean, we talk about, but it's you can't even express sometimes. But you get people who have like let's just use myself for an example. I know people that are black, white, Asian, Indian. We got everything.
Right.
You know, I'll hang out. I told you that one of the best times I ever had in my life was 45 minutes at an African wedding.
Yeah.
I thought I was in the movie Coming to America, dog. I told you I met those brothers down the north side. Took the one brother, and these are 8 black dudes, all from Africa. Every single one of them, dressed to the nines, looking smooth as hell. I pull up, they're like, "Yo, the brother needs a ride, a minute away, like up to Erie." So I'm giving this. They tighten me up with a tip, they give me a seat, but they're all dressed to the nines.
On this question,
yeah,
and I'm cutting you off for this question.
Yeah,
when them 8 Africans got in that car, was there any part of your bones that felt like you were in danger?
No. Well, they didn't get in my car. They was standing. I pulled up on them down on the north side in Pittsburgh.
All right.
So I pulled up on them, but they was all standing there. They was all.
Oh, that was a dumb question.
Hey, but they was all. Yeah, but they was all loud. They was all loud, and boom, and then I said, I get out the car, I dap them all up, and then we drive, and they have the wedding, and they're having a wedding that day. So they're talking to the brother, and when I say brother, these dudes are all brothers. There was 8 of these brothers. They're kind of like your family.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. All right, KK, you hear him talking about.
KK, I love you much stuff, man. But and so they're talking to the one brother on the ride up. They're like, "Yo, tell Bruce to come to the wedding. Get some food, blah blah." So, okay. Now I walk in and I got camo shorts on and a t-shirt with rolled up sleeves. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I walk in there and I'm not joking. It looked like a scene from Coming to America. There was 600 people there, and the only white one was me. There's a thing in the African tradition where I can't remember what it's called.
Don't mess up them words.
I'm not even gonna say what it's called because I'm not sure, so I ain't gonna mess up the tradition. But what I do know is that the fathers, it's a tradition in Africa that they negotiate the price for the son to marry the daughter. The son's family has to, the groom's family has to pay the bride a certain amount of money, and they were negotiating. I got it on my phone, recorded in Swahili. They talking Swahili. I'm like, oh wow. I mean, it was crazy. It was just very interesting, and I had a great time. And these people, no matter how I looked, like I said, camo shorts on, t-shirt.
Yeah.
And these people come up to me, dapping me
Still
up,
welcome.
Bringing me food. These ladies said, "Hey," one brother I'm standing by the DJ booth said, "Hey, you want meat on the stick?" I said, "Oh," but it was just, there was nothing.
It's hard for us. It's hard for me to like. To other people, that sounds like that would be crazy, but he always gets in those situations. So anybody else like, there's no way he wasn't there. He always does, and he doesn't mind because he's one of them people that look at people as people. You understand? Like, there's no. He's not going to no situation like, oh, this guy is this, so I'm thinking that. No. Hey,
this guy got long ass dreads,
no lie,
and tattoos all over. Yeah.
No lie, and he's
black.
Right, I don't give a hell about that. You understand? Like, hey, sometimes somebody might need a conversation.
Yes.
You understand? Like everybody, like, It's not good for everybody.
No, it's
no matter.
not.
I don't care what anyone says. Like I remember when I was little, they used to show those commercials with people in Africa and they're slapping flies and shit off their face, sending this to here, sending that to there. And when I got older, I was like, man, I wonder if them people were really getting that money because
Oh yeah.
I see situations right here in America where little kids are slapping the flies out their face. Why aren't we giving them money? I used to always say that, like, why?
That's such. We're gonna get way off topic with
Yeah,
that one because that
yeah.
one I can go far
Yeah,
with.
yeah.
But
We'll leave it alone.
Let's talk a little bit. Perception, man. I really want to talk about this. Jason Aldean, country singer, just come out with a video. Well, I guess the video came out like May. Try that in a small town. It's called.
Mm-hmm.
I called you. I found out about it Thursday. I'm going through social media feeds and I'm like, oh, hold on. And I see a lot of different things being said by a lot of different people. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all these things, right? YouTube. There's articles out all over the place. I saw this Thursday. I called you yesterday. I said, what did I tell you yesterday?
You gotta switch it up.
Well, no, what did I tell you? I said, watch this video.
No, yeah, listen to
it.
the song.
And I said, I don't want to speak on it until
And
right now. You're about to get both of our opinion. We're about to get each other's opinion right now on this topic because this right here is very interesting. I will say say the least.
You want to go first? You want me to go
Absolutely. Please, my friend.
You want me to go first?
If you want to, please take it.
I'll take it. Now listen, and I swear, and him and his daughter was there when I was listening to this song. We were at my daughter's party
last night,
and he said, listen to this song. That's all he said is listen to this song. So when he said listen to this song, I put the phone up to my ear and I'm listening to it, and I like it. I'm not gonna hold you. So in a small town, I come from a small town. This shit's hit me through my soul. And the things that he's saying, we'll do. It's the same thing that'll happen if you do.
Yeah, don't come over. Don't come to our point of town with the dumb shit. You gonna be upset.
So when I'm listening to it, I'm like, man, that shit ain't bad. Like I don't understand. I don't see the aggression. I didn't see the problem. And then soon as I turned the phone over, I saw the video and I'm like, oh, what the hell is this? You understand? And so it was a total flip from listening to what I was seeing. And the first thing I said to myself, in the inside of my soul, I said this: there's no crime in his small town. There's no crime in his small town. And this is the first thing I said. Okay, I know there's crime in this small town. And then as me and you was talking outside, and I was asking myself this question, and you just outblurted like he's from Macon, Georgia. And I was like, all right, population, like that's not a small town.
No, it's 153,000.
Yes.
Yeah, 153,000 people in it.
So
53,000, something like that.
So then I said, well, he couldn't have wrote it. You understand? So I don't understand, and that's another thing. And you always say talk about the music industry. So the whole thing to me about this song is somebody way bigger than this man pushed it. And is that really the angle that we want to go with? I'm tired of the America that gets together during tragedy. I'm tired of that. It's so phony to me. When the hell are we going to really come together? This is really what we're doing? Because we're all acting like we're enemies to each other and none of us have shit, and then we're letting these people that have everything, so it appears, drag how we think about one another. And that's where my anger for this, that's another place where my anger for this country come from. 9/11, we thought it appeared they threw planes through the buildings. You see black, white people in a circle hugging, football games, American flag everywhere. If you're really a patriot, be a real patriot like that every day. Stand up for your brother. Stand up for your sister. Where's the courage at? To me, this is cowardly. There ain't no courage in this. This is what you're going to throw at people? In these times when we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, we still picking. We still putting the pickaxe out there separating the concrete? When we gonna wake up? Huh? Poor folk, when we gonna wake up? That's all you are, is poor. You do know this. That has nothing to do with your skin color. You are just poor. You understand? There's a poverty line. There's people above it and there's people below it. The people above it don't want your ass up there. And you still worried about what the hell you look like? Y'all better stop this nonsense, man. Y'all want a civil war for what? For what? That's dumb. That is dumb. To me, and it's all propaganda. Quit it. Y'all push what y'all want. Y'all push the dumbest shit on people. That's why all these movements is popping off, because of the music. I always tell people all the time, just look at the times in the music. In the 60s, they made a lot of love music. Baby boomers. 70s, they started messing with psychedelic drugs and shit. Rock and roll and shit like that. You understand? The 80s, they pushed cocaine. Here comes the thug music. But there was always love songs.
Oh, shit. You know, you just said something, right? You said the thug music, man. You better watch. Some people might call you some things now.
I don't care.
They might call you some things now. Use that word, thug.
Let it fly. But do you understand? I don't care. Like, I really don't. Like, we got to stop this nonsense. That's nonsense. And the people that are doing it, please. We got to get back to love. Y'all remember Michael Jackson, Heal the World, make this a better place? What happened to that? Everyone's dream has turned into a nightmare because of what society want us to be.
You said something about the poverty line. And you said the people up here. And I think everybody has aspirations of being financially extremely wealthy. There's a lot of people, right, that's very important to. Being financially stable or being wealthy, man. You know what I mean? And once again, I tell you right now, I want to
cross the line.
I want to get to a point where financially future generations of my family hopefully have less and less to think about. That's a great thing, but that don't fix everything. We know that,
and that's the true American dream, if you ask me.
And for real, yeah. So we know people that have come from the bottom to the top.
Yes,
and so you know, I think just so people probably understand a little bit more. We ain't knocking nobody's hustle. We ain't knocking nobody's go get it. What we're saying is, if I'm correct, there is a group of people. There is a larger group of people than you think that have a lot of influence and make a lot of decisions, especially about what goes on in the United States of America.
I'm just sorry, and that's the greatest way to speak to the masses, and that's why I hate music. Used to be a great thing. You understand? Like, I still listen to the great music. You understand?
Sure.
And I don't care who's singing.
I'm picking up new stuff. Yeah. I got jazz now. I'm listening to. I'm rocking the jazz.
It's just there's no love in nothing. Love's not getting pushed enough.
And it's not. But here's the great thing. We have ways today. Once again, right here, right now. We got the ability to push love, but we're gonna hit some controversial shit.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. I want to talk real quick about the Jason Aldean thing,
that's what I was.
Because I want to get back on that because my thing is, with Jason Aldean, there is backlash. I mean, I've seen it, man. I've read so many damn comments on this dude, right? How he, black people defending him, white people defending him, white people against him, black people against him. Once again, it is that thing that we have. We have that. We as human beings, we have the ability to decipher things in a certain way, right? Mm-hmm. To make decisions, to infer things that we see. I watched that video, right? When I saw it, after I watched the comments, I'm like, shit, I gotta watch this video and listen to the words. So I watched the video and listened to the words. I think the song, first of all, is catchy. Like I said, I'm not a big time country. I've listened to country. but I'm not a big time country guy. But there are definitely some songs I absolutely listen to some country songs,
Right.
and I like this one. I personally, I ain't even got a problem with the video. I don't, because what I saw in there, I saw nothing derogatory towards any type of people whatsoever.
I hear you.
I saw people yelling and screaming and spitting in the face of police. I saw people rioting. I saw things being burnt. So I didn't even have I saw a flag being burned. That's something that's near and dear to my heart. Don't do it in front of me. I understand people have their own, don't do it in front of me. I'm not going to say it because I'm not going to stand for it. But, so I have no problems with videos. After looking further into it over the last couple of days, I stand behind the song. I stand behind the dude because, once again, we from a small town. And when we say small, we're not talking about 153,000 people.
Right.
We're talking about 9,000 people. That's the town we come from. If you come there and you do some shit, especially if it's towards somebody in that town, things aren't going to go well for you. So I dig that, right? Mm-hmm. I dig that. My problem with the video, the one problem that I truly have now that I've done my research, I do have a problem with the building that's in the background, because that was the place of a lynching of a young black man who was accused by a 16-year-old white girl. No, I'm sorry. The people of the town, I don't remember the year exactly, but it was about 100 years ago. But the people of the town accused this young black man who came into this town and was accused of sexually molesting a white girl. The 16-year-old girl did not say it was him, did not positively ID the guy, and they hung the guy from that building. They hung this black man from that building. So that is the, yes.
I didn't know that.
That is the problem.
Whoa.
That's the problem I have with this video. I don't have a problem with the video. I don't have a problem with the verbiage. I have a problem with none of that.
Well,
but
I have
that is the issue, and I see where people are taking it. But go ahead.
And now I have a whole problem with the video. It's even worse to me now because what are you saying? Try that in a small town, and you don't remember what happened here. And I'm telling you, because, and this is what the whole time, this is what I was saying, like, you could take it either way.
Right. Perception.
Here we go. We're back to that. You could take that either way. You could take this anyways. There's going to be people who say, he did this, he did that, he did that. They're going to protect him. But my only angle for that is it that, or is this going to be the new anthem for people who really feel that hanging that guy from that goddamn, that looked like a damn courthouse, that's what we're, come on, man. No,
I see what
there's
you're
people
saying.
that straight stand up and like, yeah, somebody finally said it, and no, it's wrong.
Right.
And that's it. That's all I see is wrong.
Right.
What do we stop? We got to stop. It's way too long. Just like you say it all the time, 1964. Come on.
Right.
Come on. We're working on a whole nother decade, and this is the thing that are still going on. So has this country ever gotten better? Damn sure not in race relations. It
absolutely has. It's got, wait a minute. Bertie, come on, bro. You already know that 50 years ago you would not, you wouldn't be able to sit here and do this.
But you just said it yourself that the man had the damn building and the video shown to the world where we're still in the same place. If we were different, that would never be able to happen.
Okay.
Come on, man. What are we doing?
Now, I'm glad you said exactly that. The man had the video. So, here's what I don't know. Because you said this. These are your words. Jason Aldean didn't write that song.
He didn't.
Did Jason Aldean pick that venue for the video shoot?
You want to know what's...
Did Jason Aldean pick that video for the venue shoot? Is that his choice? Nobody knows the answer to these questions. But what are people doing? Here's my point, Bertie. Here's my goddamn point right fucking here. Right?
Go ahead.
Here's my point. Whether you agree with it, you disagree with it, you like parts of it, you don't like parts of it, whatever. And my point for that is, this man didn't write the song. We don't know if he picked the venue. But, pick up your phone. You got a passcode, put that passcode in. search Jason Aldean, the first thing that comes up is this video. The first thing that comes up is this video because the media, social media included, Facebook, Twitter, it can be used as a divide. It is being used right now to divide this country again because of a song that came out in May, is now just hitting the wires here at the end of July. And now we can get back on the screw you black son of a bitches, F you hunkies.
Yeah, no lie.
Screw you slant-eyed Asians. Dirty wetbacks. This is all the shit you're going to hear now. Like this is because this man, what this man has went out and he has given a statement saying that this is being taken too far.
Man, yeah.
My question is, who wrote? Let's look into it deeper.
Yeah, well,
who decided the venue?
Well, that's the thing. The people it's 4 people that wrote this one song. And 4 people wrote this one song. There's 2 lines in it. 4 people wrote this song, and here we go again because there's nowhere to point the finger because
there's never gonna be.
Right?
There's never gonna be.
Did they write the song?
But you can point it at Jason Aldean because he's the one who performed the song.
That's it.
Now here's another thing, and I'm just gonna throw this out there because we already know. You could say because you got the people to say, well, what about NWA and fuck the police? Well, I sing NWA and fuck the police still in my car. That doesn't mean fuck the police to me. That's just a song. Yeah. It was Ice-T.
I see where you're going with this.
But hold on.
Go ahead.
Where in society, here's my question for real. Where in society, okay, the video, listen, you said you listened to the song.
Yeah,
I
was. You know I was.
But the video that's when it became outrage, right? I absolutely hate the fact that the backdrop is the place where over 100 years ago. I think I'm looking at things from a totally different spectrum. I'm not looking at it from, as a black person. I'm just looking at it as me, period. But what I want to say is, in society, this song that's called From a Small Town, right? Or Try That in a Small Town, right?
Yeah.
This song is causing a lot of uproar right now.
And it should.
But 1 second, real quick.
Not the song, the video.
Okay, the video. Okay, There we go. So I think, like I said, the social media wires are going crazy. And they going ape shit. But they're for different reasons. If you read some of them. But I want to say this: we have a problem with that. But yet, Cardi B, and this ain't 1980. This is just a couple years ago, just very recent. Come out with a song called WAP. Wet ass pussy.
So what? She has some good ass pussy. She ain't allowed to promote her good ass pussy.
We can't let. Okay, but she's promoting it, and it's okay now, right? It's okay to be out here.
That's what it say. That's true, and I understand.
And my thing is, this dude's saying, try that shit in a small town.
Wet ass pussy never divided nobody.
And, of course, but try that in a small town did. Why? Wet ass pussy. Should our kids be listening to it?
Okay.
Maybe that's part of the problem with our children today. Because how many children listen to that song?
But he's showing images of pissed off Americans.
Yes.
Oh, you didn't see that. And then you gotta
wait. He's not only showing images of pissed off. He's showing images of things happening. But you're talking about the riots and the things of that.
Yeah.
The problem is, I look at those videos, right? I look at those videos. My perception, when I look at those videos, you know what I see? I see shit that I talk about every day that in the 60s, in the 50s, in the 40s, the 1940s, 50s, 60s, 70s, even in the 80s, violence was how
everything is dealt with.
Things were dealt with, and sometimes better situations would come from it, right? It's 2023. You know what does not work? And you and I were just talking about this out there. Violence, we use violence for years to solve situations. But what did I tell you? I want to use this. Why? Because violence, especially in today's world, gets you nowhere. Looting, burning, fighting, it doesn't get you anywhere. You know what gets you somewhere? Using this, gaining knowledge, knowledge.
You really don't think these people did all this?
What's that?
You
what
don't
people? I'm sorry.
All people that feel oppressed.
Okay.
They've been battling this fucking fight for years, my brother.
Right.
This is not no new shit. These people, they're fed up, Bruce. Yes. You understand? You got to understand. There's generations out here that literally watch their grandmother go through it, their mother go through it, and now they're going through the same shit. Do you understand that? Hold on. Mm-hmm. You look at, there's people, we look at them people as terrorists. You understand? They route their ride and they're tearing shit up. That's terroristic. You understand? That's terrible. I can't believe they're doing that.
Right.
Who was these people that hung these people from this goddamn courthouse? So come on, man. No way.
Birdie. Yes. I'm sorry.
I'm not for any of it. You understand? I really ain't. But if there's people pissed off, there's people pissed off. You've been in a rage before. I've been in a rage before. If we get in a rage about the same goddamn subject, man, you can start a riot our goddamn self.
We can't. But that is my whole thing. I absolutely understand. I understand what you're telling me. What I'm saying is I just don't feel. Perception, my personal opinion.
This is yours.
Is that violence is not the key. With the fact that, once again, we carry this around. And you know just as well as I do that there's people, black people, Mexican people, people that are considered minorities in this country, that have videos on their phone of things that happened to them. And they sit on their phone and do nothing.
Yeah.
I
hear you there, and I do. But this is the people, and I hear you. And that's a powerful ass device. It really is.
It's huge.
But what is it really doing?
It can do a lot if more people come out. Because I think there's more videos sitting on people's phones that they're holding on to for whatever reason than to bring them out and say, listen, instead of being violent and trying to fix this problem, let's use this. Let's use this thing, because there's enough people, I promise you, there's enough people out in this world. If we get away from this little small town area that we live in, right? Because we're surrounded by small towns. Small-minded people. Small-minded shit. You go out and you expand a little bit, your mind starts to expand. You start to learn things and you realize, you know what? Those people have a good point, but I'm not going to go punch them in the face because I don't agree with their point. If I don't agree with your point now, I'm not going to come at you and be physical, because it gets you nowhere. You know what it gets you? Locked up in a fine.
Yeah, locked up in a fine. But, Bruce, that's what I'm telling you. Martin Luther King got locked up in fine.
Yes.
Do you understand? Like, Bruce, you know, it's hard. It's harder than you think. It's not. It's hard. It's not apple pie, man. And I'm not playing with you. Like, if you got a people that are pissed off, a whole group of people, like they're watching people get killed or by just goofy ass reasons, to the point where that badge to most people, it just means it's a symbol of flight, when it's supposed to be a symbol of safety. To people that look like me, that is a symbol of flight, to the point where mothers have to teach their sons how to react in police altercations, and just, if you see one, do this. If you get pulled over, do that. These are people that you look to for safety, and you're thinking about ways of trying to save a life when you're dealing with them. The first thing that most black people do when they're getting pulled over by a cop is get on the phone and call somebody or record. Because they don't know, first of all, most of us do not know our rights. And then if we do know our rights, and if you see these situations, it's like they don't matter. And I'm being honest, and like everybody, like, and I'm not playing, like I tell you all this, I don't want to live anywhere else. But I want this place that I live to be better.
Yes.
And one of the biggest problems here, and no one's trying to face it, is the racial issues, man. This has to be fixed. My child is going to grow up in an era where it's chaos. It's already is, and I don't see us going anywhere forward. Everything's pulling us the hell backward. Everything I see is pulling us backward. Shit like this.
I'm gonna disagree with you. I gotta disagree with you. And I'm gonna disagree with you big time this one.
Let's go.
Because this right here, once again, this is in the positive direction. What we're doing right goddamn now, you got to be able to see that too. This right here is working in that positive direction. We're trying to do something. We're out here talking to these people, trying to do something. I'm not trying to convince you.
Yeah, not right.
You ain't trying to convince me.
Not at all.
But we are having these discussions because I don't understand what it's like to be a black dude getting pulled over. I don't have a clue. I've been pulled over with a bunch of black dudes in my car before. Hey, and I'm talking people we grew up. My thing is,
and I swear to God, I swear on my soul, it's not all police.
Right. We know this.
And that's the thing. Like, I have been pulled over, and hey, the dude felt like I was telling him the truth. All right, I'll catch you later. And then there's other people I tell the truth. They get mad because they don't find what they think they're going to find. Now
and they do something.
Now I got all types of other.
And we know that cop's an asshole. That cop was an asshole. I'll say it.
Yeah.
That's an asshole thing.
But that job is way too important that's too important of a job for you to be an asshole. I'm sorry.
The problem is, what do we do about it when we don't have goddamn candidates? There needs to be, because I know so many great people in law enforcement, but the training needs to be updated. But my point, Bertie, before we get off too much, we've definitely tilted off this subject.
Yeah.
It's cool.
No, because it still ties the same, because it's all about separation and the Russian issues that's going on in this country.
Bottom line is, though, I'm not saying the way black people look at police. What I'm saying to you, the way that we do it, the way that we're doing it right now.
Oh, I love it.
Using our minds
yes.
and our voices. Instead of becoming physical, we love confrontation. Some of us thrive off of it. It's not for everybody. But on here, this is how we make change. Something this small, right here.
No, you want to know how we make change? And I swear to God, you know how passionate you are about racial issues? You're not the only one.
Right.
There are people that are sitting in way more powerful seats than you.
And you're going to get into some same shit that we talked about before, goddamn courage.
Yeah.
I know exactly where you're going.
And I can't believe that this is where they go. Like, I really feel like
I get it.
It's like we're dealing with...
We can't make people have courage, though.
Hey, you remember the Wizard of Oz? Go see the damn wizard and get some heart.
Get some. For real. The problem is we can't make people... But you know what we can do, Bernie? We cannot make people have courage. We cannot hate... We cannot make people not hate other people for whatever it... You know what we can do? Is you and I, continue to sit here, talk to these people on this camera, talk about things that are going on in this world, and eventually, this is not... You already know, this is not... It's taken thousands of years for us to get where we are. The shit ain't going nowhere. The shit is not going anywhere. But I know you don't see it. Some people don't see it. It goes back to that perception thing. But we are moving in a different direction. We are getting a lot of those people that are running our country. Once again, I told you already know, running our government. Let me rephrase that, because I love this country to death. But people that are running this government, those old people that were still around during the Civil Rights Act, those people that were raised during that era, they're starting to disappear. Oh. They're starting to go by the wayside. And guess what? You have a new, younger breed of politicians coming in, okay, that are going to run this country. It's going to start to change because a lot of these younger, it's just not as populated yet. The shit's going to start changing.
I don't trust none of these Mickey figures.
We went on.
Oh, God.
Dog, I looked at it a while ago. It was like, yeah. So listen, we went deeper than we thought we was going to go.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I want to shout out to Jamantha33 and New Dawn Recipes, man.
Jamantha, good look.
Yeah. Appreciate you. I enjoyed it, man. Next week we got something special for y'all. Yeah, we got to have our first guest on here. It's a local musician, and we've lined up a couple other guests. We're gonna start bringing you a little. This stuff is gonna get even better, and it'll be great because we can go. This dude's he's a young artist from our hometown.
Yeah.
He's gonna be our first guest. He'll be on next week, so check out next week's episode. We could do a bunch of more shout outs, but we right now, like, we went deeper. This went different than but I loved it.
Jersey, thanks for stopping by last night, bruh.
What's that?
Dre.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my man
Baldy.
Dre. Yeah, Dre Mizzy. Yellow ass.
Yeah, real rap. No doubt.
Hey, listen, man, I appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all again. Peace out, y'all.
Love y'all.